Hey, you there! Tell me something. Have you ever heard someone say that canned sardines are bad for you? That they're full of sodium, contain unhealthy oils? Or that the packaging might be toxic? Or, on the other hand, have you heard that they are a true superfood, packed with benefits for your heart, bones, and even your brain? So, who's right in this story? Are canned sardines a hidden villain or a powerful ally to your health that you might be overlooking? If this question has ever crossed your mind, stay with me until the end of this video, because today we're going to uncover, based on science, the real impact of canned sardines on your health. And a heads up, the last point may truly surprise you, especially if you want more energy as you age, protect your heart, and avoid issues like osteoporosis. But first, I want to hear from you. Do you eat canned sardines? How often? And where are you watching from? Your participation is essential to enrich this conversation. Let's build a community where we can exchange knowledge and learn from each other. Now, let's get to the point. Canned sardines are one of those classic foods that almost everyone has in their pantry. Convenient, affordable, and with a long shelf life, they seem like an excellent option for those looking for practicality without compromising nutrition. But after so much time on the shelf, do they still retain their nutrients? Or does the canning process strip them of their goodness? The good news is, yes, the canning process helps preserve many of their nutritional properties. However, there are some important details to consider, and that's exactly what we're going to explore now. Not all sardines are created equal, and making the right choice can make all the difference for your health. The 3 superpowers of sardines, backed by science. 1. Omega-3. The natural anti-inflammatory. Few people know this, but sardines are one of the best sources of omega-3. This type of healthy fat is a true shield for the heart and brain. Unlike plant-based omega-3 sources, the type found in sardines EPA and DHAs more bioavailable, meaning your body can absorb and use it more efficiently. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition shows that consuming omega-3 rich fish, like sardines, at least twice a week can reduce the risk of heart attacks by up to 35%. That's a significant difference when it comes to heart health. And the benefits don't stop there. Omega-3 improves memory, reduces inflammation, and helps regulate blood pressure. Some studies even suggest that a diet rich in omega-3 can lower the risk of developing Alzheimer's disease and dementia. So, if you want to reach your 50s, 60s, or 70s with a sharp mind and a strong heart, adding sardines to your diet could be a game-changing strategy. 2. Strong and resilient bones, calcium and vitamin D. One detail many people overlook: the bones in canned sardines are soft and edibland. That's exactly where you'll find a true treasure of calcium and phosphorus. In fact, just one serving of sardines can provide up to 35% of your daily calcium needs. Researchers at the University of Maryland indicate that the calcium in sardines is highly absorbable by the body, even more than some supplements. That's because, unlike certain calcium tablets, sardines come with other naturally occurring minerals and nutrients that improve calcium absorption. And if the brand also adds vitamin D, even better. This combination is essential for preventing osteoporosis and keeping bones strong throughout life. Vitamin D is crucial for calcium absorption, and many people, especially those who don't get enough sun exposure, may be deficient in it. This benefit is especially crucial after age 40, when bone density starts to decline. So, if you avoid milk or don't like taking supplements, sardines could be an excellent solution for your bone health. Plus, they're a great alternative for people who are lactose intolerant or following a dairy-free diet. 3. High-quality protein at an affordable price. Now, here's a fact that might change how you see sardines. A single can contain between 20 and 25 g of complete protein, almost the same amount as a medium-sized steak. That's impressive, especially considering the cost. And the best part? The cost is much lower. If you work out, want to maintain muscle mass, or just seek a more nutritious diet without spending too much, adding sardines to your meals is a brilliant move. Protein is essential for muscle repair, immune function, and overall body strength, making sardines a fantastic option for athletes, older adults, and anyone looking to maintain a balanced diet. But what about the downsides? Not everything is perfect. Canned sardines also have some downsides, but the good news is that they can all be managed with smart choices. Excess sodium. Some brands add too much salt as a preservative. Check labels and choose low sodium or no salt added versions. Refined oil. Many canned sardines are packed in soybean or sunflower oil, which contains high levels of omega-6, potentially increasing inflammation. Opt for sardines packed in water or olive oil for a healthier option. BPA packaging. Some cans contain BPA, a chemical that can disrupt hormone function. Look for BPA-free cans, which are becoming more common. How to eat sardines the right way, without getting bored. Sardines are versatile and can be incorporated into many dishes. Here are a few creative ways to enjoy them. Powerful salad. Sardines plus leafy greens, plus tomatoes, plus olive oil, plus lemon. Protein-packed mash. Mashed sweet potatoes with sardines and broccoli. Stuffed tapioca. Sardines mixed with grated carrots and lemon. Savory toast. Whole grain toast topped with sardines, avocado, and cherry tomatoes. Sardine pasta. Toss sardines with whole wheat pasta, garlic, olive oil, and red pepper flakes for a Mediterranean twist. Pro tip: eating sardines with foods rich in vitamin C enhances the absorption of iron and calcium, making it an even more nutrient-dense meal. Final thoughts. Let's recap. Canned sardines are a superfood as long as you choose the right versions and consume them wisely. They provide omega-3 for heart and brain health, calcium for strong bones, and high-quality protein for muscle maintenance, all at an affordable price. But remember, no single food is a miracle worker. A balanced diet filled with a variety of nutrient-dense foods is the key to long-term health and well-being. Now tell me, did you already know all this? How do you like to eat sardines? Do you have any favorite sardine recipes? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If this video helped you, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you won't miss the next science-based content. Remember, what you put on your plate today builds the health of your tomorrow. See you in the next video. Stay safe and